What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Mike the Gathering. Today we are going to talk a little bit about the recent arena banning of Nexus of Fate. So if you don't know what Nexus of Fate is, there it is. Take an extra turn after this one. If Nexus of Fate would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, reveal Nexus of Fate, shuffle it into its owner's library instead. We all know Nexus of Fate. We've all probably gotten the crap annoyed out of us from Nexus of Fate, and before we continue, please remember, I am not a professional Magic the Gathering player. I do not have hundreds of thousands of titles and this and that. I'm just an average dude that has an unhealthy obsession with cardboard and digital cardboard that enjoys sharing his pack openings with all of you lovely people and myself playing Arena online, again, with you lovely people. WotC has decided to ban Nexus of Fate in all, not standard, Arena Standard. See the quotes there? We can do two of them too. Arena Standard formats. So what are Arena Standard formats? Arena Standard formats are all of your best of ones. So in this article, they go through a good bit of points. One of them is a card too powerful, and here they even admit, no, it's not. With the reemergence of Turbo Fog as a standard legal deck archetype, it only appeared in 6 out of the 165 standard deck lists, none of which made it in top 4, and they're talking about the Pro Tour 25th anniversary. And then looking at the recent GPs, the Fate made it into the top 8, was back at the GP in LA in August of 2018. Right now, to me, standard is probably the healthiest I've seen it in a good while. There's just so many different types of decks, and yes, you know, your Golgari and Sultai mid-ranges are probably two of the top ones that you're going to see and probably get mostly annoyed with. They're there. They're still not undefeatable, okay? Neither is Nexus of Fate in best of 3. Best of 1, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Unless you have answers to Nexus of Fate already pre-built into your deck, there's not going to be much you can do about it. Next thing they go over is the card disrupting normal play. So, without really going into a lot of this, basically what they're saying is Nexus of Fate disrupts your, I don't want to say average user or casual user of Magic Arena, but it kind of does. Your traditional players, your paper players that are switching over, a lot of those guys want to play that best of 3 because that's what they're used to. They're used to sideboarding in cards, you know, and that's funner for them. I mean, myself personally, best of 1 to me is the preferred interaction with Magic Arena because I do not have all the time in the world to continuously play the same game over and over again. When I have a deck, if I want to test it out, I don't want to test it out against the same deck 3 times. I might only have the time to play 3 times. So maybe I want to play against different kinds of decks. Best of 1. That's just my preferred format. Paper format, you have a judge or 2 players can mutually agree. The infinite loop, blah, 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 blah. We all know how this works. To me, the concede button works the exact same way. I mean, but here's the thing to me is right here, for now, to reduce play disruptions, we've decided to ban Nexus of Fate and MTG Arena in Arena Standard Best of 1 formats, and that means play, ranked play, and constructed event. We're leaving it unbanned in all traditional Best of 3 formats. And they pretty much say the main reason why we're doing this is Arena cannot handle Nexus of Fate very well. So for the people that play Best of 1, you don't have to deal with Nexus of Fate anymore. For the people that play Best of 3, I hope to God that you sideboard stuff in there, but you're still going to have to deal with it. So we still understand that there's a problem with Nexus of Fate and how Arena handles it, but we're going to let some people just not have to deal with it ever, when they can still hit that concede button. And we'll let the best of 3 people sideboard in for it. That's fine. You know, if you want to ban something, ban something. If you think that this one card is negatively affecting the play of the game, then it needs to be completely banned. Not just banned in one format. To me, we have standard. We don't have standard and Arena Standard. That should not be there. Do not differentiate Magic Arena and Magic. And that's what we're doing. Or, again, at least that's what I feel we're doing. I know this year Magic Arena is going to be a lot bigger, especially with the tournaments coming up and all that. But personally, I don't like this banning. I don't like Nexus of Fate. I don't play it. It aggravates me. It's the same thing as Control. I don't like Control. I normally don't play Control. But this, I don't like how they handled this very well. I think it will make Best of One a little more nicer, but still, I'm not crazy about it. Now, what they are doing is for player collections. If it's part of your in-game collection on MTG Arena prior to this announcement, you'll receive an equal number of mythic rare wildcards. Today's update. Those additional mythic rare wildcards will be automatically added to player collections. There will be no in-game notification of this grant. We will also update the core set 2019 in-game store bundles that previously included Nexus of Fate, and you will now receive Omniscience instead. So now you're getting, I guess, the other, kind of like the other piece of the puzzle, whatever. But Omniscience is for 10. You can cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. So there you go. You get that now. If you're participating in a constructed event using a deck that included Nexus of Fate prior to today's update, you will be able to complete the event with your current deck. Please note that your deck will be flagged as invalid because of the ban. However, this will not prevent you from finishing a previously entered event. Once the event finishes, you will no longer be able to submit decks that contain Nexus of Fate. As a reminder, this ban for Arena Standard formats only. Traditional formats, including the traditional constructed event, will still allow for deck lists that include Nexus of Fate. And again, that's best of 3. So remember, and I'll say it again, I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not a professional Magic player. I'm just a dude that likes cardboard, and I have an obsession with it. I'm just sharing my opinion on this. I personally do not like this ban. I do not like the fact that we are taking, to me, what is just a fraction. And it might be a big fraction. Maybe you think it's a bigger fraction than I think it is, but we're taking a fraction of the player base and kind of making the game easier. Yeah, no one wants to deal with Nexus of Fate. We don't. But if we're going to ban a card, ban a card. Standard should be a format. It should not be Standard and Arena Standard. And that's all I have to say about that. But I definitely want to hear what you guys think. So go down in the comments, tell me what you think. Tell me if you like this ban, if you hate this ban, if you don't care, or if you're just happy not to have to deal with Nexus of Fate and BO1 anymore. But that's all I got for you guys. Again, leave a comment, tell me what you think about it. Check out the description below for ways that you can support the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.